It is the late afternoon of December 15. Thought I'd do a little quick progress report. Yesterday, we poured concrete on what we consider this is called the wing patio. As you may have looked at other videos, this wall was poured, I don't know, maybe a week ago. And then we had to get some base rock and we poured it yesterday. So I know this is trivial, but we got a couple drains here. This is a tie-in from the drainage that's behind this retaining wall that someday will come out. And so when we've got another 2 inches of stone that has to go on top of this. Here is a regular drain that has a faucet above it. Here is the landing. Now it's pretty easy to see that we'll have 2 steps. Little pipes that are sticking out are going to be for lighting. I don't necessarily have to turn them all on. I can even choose, because I have a piece of conduit that runs under the ground, 2 pieces of conduit underneath the concrete and poke out right here. This, let me back up a little bit. So here's the landing from the other side. This is the view that we're gonna have going down. This is where I came from actually. Now let me pivot around. And so this is the exit. We're gonna have eventually a stair. On the right, we will have a planter. We still need to put in the wall right here. It'll be the same height as this, but this concrete form is 6 inches below. This will be stone faced and stone capped. So the height of this wall will be the same as this finish height over here. So at this point, we will have a branch. There will be a step that takes off down this way and goes into the redwood grove. We still have some forming to do. We got to put a step right there. And then of course, the shape that you see in PVC pipe, as well as this wood rail, that is describing, well, the things have bent over. You can see that there's a stake right here that they needed to get out of the way. But effectively, the PVC that we have will kind of show us what the shape of the stair is going to be. And I'm going to go up the stair, or up here to the upper level. Here's the workshop. Yesterday, after the rains, I peeled back the tarp, rolled it up, and the rail car is now empty, and it doesn't look like it's actually attached. I offloaded the remaining rail right here, and in spinning around, we can just about see where the next project is. So as we make our way around the corner, we can see we now have a big hole here. So I don't know if you can grasp the depth of it. It's probably 15 inches lower than the concrete that I'm walking on, which will be, in the concrete, is 2.5 inches lower than the finished rail height. So we're gonna have a rail that continues through here. These are the same drain pipes that were installed right here. This is what they look like when they're finished. It's a T that's been cut off, and it allows it allows the water to drain from between the rails. The rails themselves are going to be the lowest point, so the water is going to sit right next to the rail. So the way to fix that, to alleviate the water, is to put a drain actually between the rails with a little slot. And then, you know what, I'll get to that later. Marching forward, the pink line that we have on the left, there will be a planter. This will be a walkway and a place for the rail to come through. The green line right here marks the left rail. That marks the right rail. And we'll be digging through here. The green line that we see will take off through the carport and hang a left over by this water heater that's right there that I need to get rid of, and then hang a left over to the wood pile that we have. So hopefully this actually will be a pretty quick project. We've got, like I said, there's going to be a planter in this area. I've got a downspout that we've already dug out for, and we have the drainage for the rail is going to be separate from the drainage that comes from the downspout, and the drainage for here, that's actually going to run straight down through here, right over this trench, and I've got a big 6-inch drain down here. Pavers are in the box to hold everything down. Eventually, when it's set in concrete, we won't need that, but you can see the 6-inch pipe actually goes underneath the building. We had to get through a whole lot of rock in order to put that drain in quite a while ago. The backyard looks like a disaster. I mean, literally, this is a nightmare for pretty much anybody. I'm running out of places to store stuff because we've opened the ground so many locations. All this needs to be cut up or thrown away, but I can't even get in here anymore. We have already taken out a load of material with the excavator, loaded it up, put it in a dump truck. This is what's left. It's probably a half to 3/4 of a load. In the next 1 week, this ought to look nice and tidy again. So just in time for Christmas. That's where we are.